What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Stretford Saffas. Today we have Stretford Singer with me, and we're going to be doing a special edition. It's going to be an academy update. We're going to be bringing you these once every 3 to 4 weeks, just to keep you guys updated with the academy lads coming through. Today we're going to talk about the main 4 players that did go on pre-season with the first team. Yes, they may be considered first-team players, but they're still mostly going to be playing in the under-23s. And because they haven't established themselves yet in the first team, we're going to just discuss their strengths, their weaknesses, what we feel that they can bring to the first team, as well as talk about a few of the players in the under-23, the next group of players that we think can make the step up and the ones to keep an eye out on. So, saying without further ado, let's get on to, for me, the biggest prospect that went on to Mason Greenwood. What do you think about him?
He's sublime, that kid. Right foot, left foot, wherever, play him striker, play him right wing. He's just a natural goal scorer, and given the chances, he's going to get goals at any level of football that he plays at. I think it's just about nurturing him and not rushing him into it. Obviously, he needs to strengthen up a bit, but what a prospect. Like, that guy can be as good as he wants to be.
Definitely. I mean, for me, I watch a lot of academy football, so for me, he's a generational talent. I mean, he's the best footballer I've seen in an academy for the last 4 to 5 years. I've never seen anything like this kid. He's ice cold, right foot, left foot. He honestly doesn't know what foot. I mean, I've seen him take 30-yard free kicks with his right foot, banging them in against Newcastle. Next week, he's scoring left-footed penalties. The kid is just an absolute freak. But we don't want to put too much pressure on him yet. You know, we've got to ease him in. All you can see is going to progressively integrate him into the first team. I think his time in the under-23s is up, even though he didn't even play in the under-23s last season. He came straight from the under-18s, which is literally just remarkable. It's unheard of. What a rise for the kid, and he's definitely one to keep an eye out on. I think he's going to play a big part this season, especially with us not replacing Lukaku. I think he is going to step up, so looking forward to seeing his progress.
And Ollie also said that he's too good to be sent on loan, almost like a Ryan Giggs type of player who was coming through. So, I mean, if Ollie's not going to send him on loan nor let him play in the 23s, I mean, there's very good chance he's going to get a decent amount of game time for a 17-year-old.
Definitely, can't argue with that. I mean, the second one we're going to go on to, for me, one of the most technically gifted players I've seen in academy football for years, Angel Gomez. That kid, he's very small, he's very slight, but honestly, he's just a genius. I mean, the way he maneuvers the ball, right foot, left foot, his low center of gravity, his skill level. I mean, what did you make of him in pre-season? And do you think he can play a key part for us this season?
He was one of my favorite players to watch in the pre-season. He was just insane. Like, you see this little small guy coming onto the field, but he holds his own in terms of physicality. He's comfortable, more than comfortable playing off the left. He can play centre attacking mid. He's got an R4 pass. He's got goal scoring ability. He's a really exciting player, and a great player to watch. It's almost like watching like a little David Silva in a sense. Like, he's just
it's a good comparison.
He's literally like 3 plays ahead of everyone else. He knows what he wants to do before the ball's gotten to him. I really do think that there is a role for him in the squad, but it's also with guys like Mata extending, you get the feeling like maybe it wouldn't be the worst idea to send him on loan for a season, because he's too good to be under 23 football. And if he's really just not going to get no game time at 13 level, he might be better off going to the championship for a decent footballing side, playing 50 to 40 games, being the big fish in the smaller pond, and go from there.
Definitely. I think you're spot on with that. I think we have a lot of number 10s in the squad, and Angel's got all the ability to come through, but he's still young. He's only 18, 19. So for me, send him on loan to the championship, get 40 games under his belt. I watched the under-23s play against Rotherham the other night. We won 2-0. And it just wasn't even, and that was Rotherham's first team, actually. And it wasn't even a competition for those. He was playing against little kids, like 5-year-old kids. So he's got to either step up into the first team or he's got to go on loan. So I agree with that. Another player who's in the same boat, Tahith Chong. Such a talented winger, raw pace, very direct. Reminds me of like an old-fashioned winger. Likes to keep his width, get the ball in, very skillful. I feel like there may be more of an opening for him in the squad with the lack of wingers we have. I mean, if you look through our squad, Marshall's going to be playing up top. So you look at our wingers, it's basically Daniel James, Rashford. that's basically it. Mason can play out wide, but he's not even a natural winger. So for me, Tahith Chong will get more minutes than someone like Angel Gomez. So I think it's beneficial for him to stay around the squad. But I mean, what do you make of him? He's a great talent as well.
He's insanely exciting to watch as well. Like he's very old-fashioned, as you said. He just gets the ball, and there's one thing in his mind: I want to get at my defender, I want to beat him, I want to put a cross in, or I want to cut inside on my left and get a shot straight. I mean, obviously dependent on which wing he's on, but he looks very comfortable on either side, which is huge because there's a lot of top-class wingers. I mean, I'm not putting him in that bracket, obviously, but you look at a guy like Hazard, who just can only play on the left. He can't play on the right. He's just, I'm saying there is a real talent in Tahith Chong, and I do agree with you again that I think there'll be more opportunities for him than Angel Gomez because there's only two wingers in the side. If Martial gets injured, it's likely that Rashford goes up top, and then yeah, and I mean, realistically, no one's going to go through 50, 60 games without picking up a small injury. So, I think there will be a chance for all of them. I think more so, I think for Tahith Chong, especially compared to Angel Gomez, he'll have a lot of chances, I think, as the season goes on.
Definitely. Also, that's a big positive for me being in the Europa League. I think the likes of Angel and Chong will get chances there. Going on to another player now, such an exciting player for me. I mean, he's kind of the one gone under the radar, is Jimmy Garner. I've been watching this kid in the academy for the last 2 years. He's a scouser, but he flipping hates Liverpool, let me tell you. And last season when he played against Liverpool, he probably put in one of the best performances I've ever seen in the academy. He was just, you know what he is? He's a Michael Carrick. He is so calm on the ball, right foot, left foot. He can dictate the tempo of a game, but he's also got that Under Herrera edge in him, you know. He's aggressive. He likes a challenge. He's very physical. He played the last two games, under 23 start of the season. Like I said, beat Rotherham 2-0, and then we slapped up West Brom 5-0. He scored, honestly, two of the best goals I've seen in ages. And the way he just dominated that game, he is so talented. With Nemanja Matic aging, I think he definitely is someone that could get into that first team. But I know you're also a big fan of him, so what do you make of him?
I couldn't have said it better myself. Just touching up on what you said, it does seem as though the kid is going to be integrated into the team and will get a few opportunities. Very limited, but he will get the opportunities. Everything I've read over the last 2 days is that he is going to be integrated into the team. He's going to get it on. And as you said, there's lots of rumors as well that Matic is leaving end of the season. Matic is done. He's a great servant to the club and he's lots of experience, but he's old. Every player hit that time, and unfortunately, Matic
doesn't have the legs anymore.
We saw last season already, especially with this high intensity. I think there's a big opportunity for Garner that the board didn't sign a midfielder because he would look at a guy like Fred who hasn't really hit the ground running a season already. He'll look at guys like Matic who can't do it anymore. Like a guy like Pereira works hard, but Garner will be able to work as hard, plus have more quality than the guy plays in the field. So he must be licking his lips for the next 12 to 18 months because there's a real chance for him to break into the squad and not just be a squad player, but actually get like very good minutes under his belt.
For sure, definitely another player mature beyond his years. You know, the four of them, such talents. Really happy that they went on tour and proved their worth. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, now I just want to get on to, I think we're going to discuss two players for me, the two standout players in the under 23s. I get so excited to talk about this kid. He's so good. Ethan Laird. I mean, for anyone who hasn't seen him, honestly, just subscribe to MUTV and watch this kid once. You'll honestly just get the biggest shock. He can play right back. He can play left back. In fact, he scored, I think it was 22 goals from left back 2 seasons ago. He's now playing right back. And in the first 2 games of the under 23s this season, honestly, man of the match both games. I've never seen a fullback like this kid. He's just got such an engine, you know, he can go back and front and back, and he's so skillful, you know. If he wants to get wide, put a cross in. If he wants to play a 1-2, he can drive forward. I know you've seen quite a little bit of him as well recently, you know, since we've been chatting about it. And honestly, I think this is someone who can easily break into the team. Probably needs another season in the under 23s to develop. Has quite a bad injury record. But trust me, next year I can guarantee you this kid will be on tour and he will make his mark. For me, him and Mason Greenwood are like the 2 generational talents in that academy. Yes, the likes of Angel and Chong, great players, but this kid is something special. What do you think of him?
To be honest, I hadn't actually seen much academy football over the last few months until like they started like literally forcing me to watch. And I've seen bits and pieces of Laird. Obviously, the first time I saw this Oak play, as like decently he was doing his job defensively, I literally thought he was a striker, just working extra hard to get back and defend for the team. The Oak's like a Marcus Alonso who can defend. It's insane. Just a quick question about him is that we've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka now, who's 21, 22 years old, and we've got Dalot who's 19 years old. What do you think needs to happen? Do you think Dalot needs to go, or that Laird could play either left or right back in order for Laird's path not to be blocked? Because you don't want to see a talent like him have to leave the club on a permanent basis.
For sure. I mean, listen, I think for this season playing under 23 football, like I said, is fine. With Ashley Young, who's going to leave at the end of the season, we hope. Laird, like I said, Laird can play right back or left back. So for me, throw him in next season as the backup to Shaw, or put Dalot as the backup left back, and Laird can be backup right back. But he's someone we just have to nurture. We have to make sure we get him right, because he's honestly so talented. Maybe he could do with a loan spell next season in the Championship. Honestly, I think he'd be good enough for a lower Premier League team next season. But I also think Dalot maybe isn't quite suited to the way Ollie wants to play. He was very much brought in, to get wide, put crosses into Lukaku, the target man. And under Ollie, we're playing a more intricate style of football. It's not as much getting wide and putting crosses in. We're trying to work the way into the box, which doesn't suit Dalot, but it does suit Ethan Laird. So I don't think his pathway is going to be blocked at all. I think he will get opportunities over the coming years. But yeah, it's a good point. And then, the second guy I want to talk about, also just such a great footballer to watch, is Dylan Levitt. For those of you who haven't heard of this kid, I think he's 17 or he's 18. He's already been a part of the Welsh international squad. So Ryan Giggs has definitely seen this kid and been like, wow, what a talent. Quite a similar play to Jimmy Garner, just so good on the ball, plays a bit more advanced. The midfield three, let me just say, in the under 23s of Jimmy Garner, Dylan Levitt, and Angel Gomez, it's actually a joke. But Dylan Levitt also so comfortable on both feet, likes dictating the pace of the game. He's got there are only certain players, he's got that Ericsson in that David Silva can just put that ball and split a defense wide open. He's got that in his locker. He's got goals from midfield. And I think you will see him in the Welsh setup. I think Ryan Giggs is giving a lot of those players a chance, likes of Ethan Ampadu, Daniel James, a lot of youngsters there. I think that'll probably be the best chance for international viewers to see him, because I think he'll probably break into the Welsh setup before he breaks into the Manchester United setup. But he's definitely another player to keep an eye out on. I think he will be on tour next summer. For me, him and Ethan Laird are the two big players coming through. So, yeah, guys, that's all really we wanted to talk about. Just give you guys an update on the academy. So much promise coming through. I know, Singer, you're flipping excited about it.
Very excited. Also, I'm happy to see a few of these youngsters that aren't at the moment in the next 12 to 18 months going to have a real crack at the first team. I'm happy to see them go on loan to the Championship. It's done a guy like Axel Tuanzebe absolute world of difference. He's come back from 2 years at Aston Villa, and he's now, not that it takes much, but I mean he's third choice centre back now at United. The guy's comfortable, and look, if you can succeed defensively in the Championship, where it's like a lot more physical in battles and that than it is in the Premier League. I mean, obviously you got your odd team in the Premier League, like the Burnley. I mean, it's become a lot more of a technical league. So I think Axel Tuanzebe is a prime example of that. Just putting your head down, grafting, going down to the Championship and taking that opportunity instead of a step down from the Premier League. It can set your career off to a perfect start.
100%. So, yeah, guys, that's just a quick shout out to MUTV. 150 Rand for the season. Get it. You can watch all the academy games on there. That's where I get my updates from. That's where I watch it. It's honestly so great to watch. There's no pressure on these kids. You just get to see these oaks express themselves. Such talents. And we've got a great bunch of players coming through. But that's all we have time for now. We'll be back with another academy update in the next few weeks. Thank you for Stretford Singer for joining us tonight. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back with a preview before the Wolves game this weekend. Cheers, guys.